Gates Adams here on behalf of Apex Trader Funding, and I am here today with Alyssa from Malaysia. Alyssa, welcome and thanks for spending some time with me today. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, obviously, we have you on here for a reason. You are another one of Apex Trader Funding's paid traders. So first and foremost, congratulations on that milestone. Now, is this a new milestone? Is this like the first payment, or have you had several already?
This is my sixth payout with Apex. Yeah.
Awesome. So not only are you a paid trader, you're a consistently paid trader, which is obviously where everybody is trying to get to. So that's the reason we do these videos, is just to highlight some of the success stories and show people what can be done with some diligence. So I know what everybody always wants to know. First and foremost, how long have you been trading?
So I actually started 2 years back.
Okay.
I actually started with Forex.
Okay.
Yes, and a bit of crypto. And then, you know, how we have those seasons where it doesn't work out and then, you know, we quit and then we come back. So I did.
Been there.
I did quit for a bit. I quit, I think, for about 4 months at the end of 2022. And then I came back in the beginning of 2023 and I started continuing Forex and stuff. And then I found that it didn't really work for me because I don't know what it was. I couldn't even pinpoint my issue with it, but it just didn't work with me. And I didn't like the fact that there was like spreads, A book, B book, and all these things. And so I was introduced from a Discord server to futures. So I started with Apex in November 2023.
Okay.
I got my first funded in February 2024, so that's about 3 months.
Right.
So, and since then, it's just been uphill from there.
Oh, that's fantastic. So this is, for all intents and purposes, a pretty fast success story, which, you know, obviously it takes different traders different amounts of time.
Yeah,
I'm on my journey 26 years in, as we were talking about before we started. And for you, as you went down this journey, now, of course, you started, what, a couple of years ago, so you were, I like to call it the COVID baby of trading. You didn't have a lot of other stuff demanding your time, and you thought this was, how did you get into trading?
During COVID, I actually didn't really trade much Forex or futures. I was more into crypto.
Okay.
And then I was a content creator, actually. I was working for myself and just doing content creating on Instagram. Soon after that, I decided, when COVID sort of like died down, I got a job at a crypto exchange. And from there, I met somebody who was trading Forex and I got interested from there.
So you've traded a few different instruments. In terms of how you've developed your strategy, how much of that, what you learned in crypto, transitioned into Forex and then transitioned into futures? Have you had to reevaluate, or have you been able to take what you've learned and continue to run with it?
I think because my journey was kind of fast, when I was trading Forex, to be honest, I don't know what I was doing. I literally just green candle buy, red candle sell.
Right, okay.
If there's a series of red candle, well, it must be a sell. If there's a series of green candles, it must be a buy.
Right.
I think that went on for a while. Hence, I quit for 4 months because I got so sick of that.
Right.
And when I came back early 2023, I decided to, you know, go through some concepts that are pretty famous on YouTube. Started investing my time into it and then learning from there. But I realized it didn't really work so well for me on Forex. It seems to always be futures traders using this.
Right.
So I thought, why not, you know, just try it out. Late 2023, in November, when I signed up with Apex first. And then, yeah, it just worked really well.
That's awesome. Now, when you were trading crypto, when you were trading Forex, were you trading your own funds, or were you trading with some sort of a prop firm or funding company?
I was trading my own funds. With crypto, I was trading my own funds. With Forex, I also opened a live account.
Okay.
That was painful. But yes, it was all my own funds until I think maybe when I came back after I quit for that period of time, prop firms started gaining that traction, and that's when I started with Forex prop firms at first.
For you, having gone both sides of the coin, because I know a lot of newer traders, they've never made a deposit with a brokerage account, so they don't know the difference. Have you noticed a difference in how you manage your trades, how you select your trades, your mindset when you're trading in a funded account versus trading your own funds?
When you're trading your own funds, especially when you're first starting out, all you think about is, I want to double this. I want to triple this. I want to 10 times this.
Right.
But I mean, it may be controversial because some people don't like the rules that come with prop firms. And a lot of people would, earn on prop firms, get their payout, put it in their live account, which I'm totally not against. I think that's a great idea. But if you want to build that discipline, if you want to sort of, be consistent, I think rules really help, and I think they're needed. A lot of people don't like things like, consistency rules, or like, let's say, trailing drawdown, which I actually have a story about. Trailing drawdown has been my best friend.
Okay.
I have learned to take profits when I have to and not be too greedy with it. I've also learned how to be selective with my setups so that, I don't enter a setup that sort of would breach that trailing drawdown. I would always, have sort of let's say like I want to go for a 20 point on NQ. I'll make sure that, of course, I can't 100% guarantee that I will get that 20 point, but I would sort of make sure that this setup would roughly give me about 15 to 20 points before I enter. If it's going to give me 5 points, I'll just wait,
Right. Well, and that's an interesting point, because yes, as a society, I think the world that we live in, people do shy away from rules. But interestingly enough, and you bring up a phenomenal point here, because I know for me as well, having these rules helps me make better decisions.
Definitely.
And by making better decisions, at some point, if I'm trading my own funds, I know that will carry through and it'll make me a better trader. And I know not everybody sees it that way, but at the end of the day, whoever puts up the risk gets to make the rules. And it's really nice not having to make that deposit and have that in the back of your head, because trying to double or triple your money in a short period of time is probably a recipe for disaster for most traders.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes, it is.
So at this point, you've got 6 payouts so far. You've developed a level of consistency. What for you has been like the biggest key to that continual forward movement versus the sort of up and down that we've all experienced at some point in our trading journey?
Definitely take your time. Okay, I feel like the more you rush and focus on the money that you're gonna get, you're just gonna be back to where you are always. Like, it was just gonna pull you down and bring you back to where you start all the time, until you learn that it's not about the money, it's about the process of trading. It's about, how good you're getting at it day after day. It's about your discipline, and the money will come for sure. I mean, you just got to keep all these things in check, and the money will come. Right.
Well, I know in my journey, I've seen a lot of like slow gains, and then in one day I'll blow it all. And again, I know I'm not the only one. This is not unique to me. But that really is a tough lesson to learn, I think, for a lot of traders, simply because focused on that dollar sign, on that account balance, versus understanding that some are going to be winners, some are going to be losers. Nobody wins 100% of the time. And I think for most traders, it's about how you handle those losses that will determine your ultimate success. And taking it slow, of course, is one of the key components to that, which obviously is a lesson well learned here. So if you had the opportunity to talk to a brand new trader just starting out, maybe getting their first evaluation, what's the biggest piece of advice that you would give them to help give them a little boost as they're getting started?
Do your research on what strategy you want to use and stick to it. No strategy is 100% going to work all the time. Just because it didn't work, let's say 1, 2, 3 times, and then, people tend to switch strategies, and they'll be like, this strategy doesn't work, I need a new one. No, it doesn't work like that. You just have to keep at it, sort of refine your strategy. You aren't going to get it on the first go. And I can speak from experience, because like you say, there are days where, we have we're earning, and then we have a big loss. Or I call them like tilt days, where you can't control yourself, and you're just, why is this taking so long? I just want to earn this amount.
If I can just get back to break even for the day, I'll be good for tomorrow, right?
Yeah, definitely. So I definitely think, in reference to what I said before, take your time and sort of be consistent with it. Always go for your base hits. I mean, even if it's 200 a day, that's fine. You're making 200 more than you did when you weren't trading. Why do you need to make 5, 10K? you know, it will
Exactly.
slowly, you know, combine up, and you will get there. And one day you'll be like, oh wow, I've made, you know, 2K, 3K.
Right.
If you're trading on TradingView, one tip that I find really helpful is change the indicator to ticks instead of profit, you know?
Right.
So you're not looking at how much you're earning. You're always just looking at your tick.
I did that a while back when I scaled up my base trade. That first day was like my first complete meltdown last year, and blew all of my accounts. I had multiple. It just went haywire because that number was psychologically damaging to me. So I was down what was a little bit, and it looked like a lot more. And so I think that's phenomenal advice. I do like that. So what's next for you, Alyssa? At this point, you've gotten several payouts. You've consistently grown. Where do you see yourself going from here in your world of trading?
I definitely think that I want to scale up with my accounts. 20 PAs is a lot, and it's definitely a long journey.
Sure.
But like I said, I've learned in a short time, thankfully, that, you know, take your time. I don't have a time limit on when I want to reach a certain thing, but I know that one day, you know, I will be able to have 20 PAs, and you know, yeah, that's my goal, that's my dream.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, you mentioned to me before that you were a content creator. Is that something that you're still doing?
Yes, I do it on and off.
Okay. If you want to shout out your social media, feel free.
For sure. You can follow me at Leying, LEI.YENG, on Instagram.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, good luck with that, and good luck with your continued success. I'd love the opportunity to catch up a few months down the road and just see where things are going for you, if that sounds good.
Thank you. Yeah, for sure. I would love to come back.
Thanks, Alyssa. I appreciate your time today. We'll chat with you soon.
Thank you.